There we go.
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. Ashwester. How nice. Imperial. delightful.
Hello? Oh, I'm Harry Potter.
You said his name is what?
Joshua. Joshua. Yeah, so you know in Jerusalem they don't have a J. In Jerusalem alphabet it's no J. So it can't be Jesus if there's no J. His name always been. If you ask Google what is Jesus Christ's real name, it's gonna tell you. It's Joshua. The truth is coming out. I said the truth is coming out. They can't hide it no more. I said the truth is coming out. They can't hide it no more. If you look at, it's a recent video showing that the hope is bound down to a black Jesus Christ.
A lot of screenshots. People will call it a coincidence. That like all these
I'm not down with you.
like when my like people will call it blessings that God is showing me, in my opinion, right? So I'm putting all these blessings that I'm putting together, and it's all in the screenshots, fresh and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And people either attacking me and stuff like that. It's still in the way that taking some screenshotting in my phone. I'm not gonna see all the screenshots, but like what his name means, and he has like what my name means in Hebrew, and me in St. Lawrence, and me being born legally blind. All these like blessings that God is like been showing me fresh, and they all like screenshot in the phone. But the people having the phone, they can see the screen. And it's not funny because I'm being happy. It's funny because it's just my connection, and it's crazy because they're taking away over a connection that God is giving me. You know, like something that He's showing me, and I'm finally putting it together fresh. I'm not doing what I'm doing because they took away, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, I was saying, like, everyone was saying, like, people who can hear me have been mad. Like, but it's like, this whole time, like, bro, even on my seat right now, on my car seat, I got a picture of what I was like, Jesus Christ, like, yeah, he's still on there. He's still on there. He ain't going nowhere. Because I don't care if the whole thing was to me. I don't care what ethnicity he is. But, I do know that much, but I'm still not going to take this off my you feel me? What I think about it is how
and I haven't even had my tea yet. You haven't got a prayer.
even though, like, I'm just saying, like, growing up, you know? I'm just saying, like, growing up, African Americans, and still to this day, African Americans, they, you know, they'll never say Jesus is black. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll get mad at that shit, like, they'll get angry, like, oh man, he's not this, but like, wait, how can he be, you know? Like, that's what I'm having to deal with here, bro. Like, I'm having to deal with people who, like, I sit here and say, I'm dealing with people who do not like the fact that I'm saying Jesus is black. Or, you know, Joshua is black, you know?
Yeah.
So is Jesus like a nickname? Jesus like was like Jesus to Joshua like LB to Lawrence? Like what the was that this nigga's nickname? Like we start calling this nigga Jesus. No, I'm saying.
Oh, really?
He was like, please, Jesus. No, I'm saying.
Nigga,
Please call me Jesus. No, I'm playing, bro. I'm just joking, you know. But yeah. But see, I'm gonna have to hear about that later, Fresh. I was just joking. I'm gonna have to hear about that later. I'm gonna wake up with a fucking nostril missing or something. I'm gonna have to hear about it later. But no, man. I was just wondering that.
I just think that how they're trying to brainwash, cause when I do my research and shit, I dive deep into it, cause you know George Washington, Jefferson, and all those niggas that signed the Bills of Rights or whatever back in their time, they ain't our forefathers. So
They're probably America's forefathers.
yeah, so
American, not the black forefathers, you know?
nah, they killed those niggas. They killed. I think George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and all those niggas our forefathers killed. So I feel like, hold on, let me pause this shit. I feel like since George Washington's diary was recovered, who knows who recovered it and who knows that nigga's alive. But I feel like when George Washington said we must not tell what has been done here, and we all got to take a death penalty, like a death, swear to death, because if we tell, we got to get killed type shit. And you know, so if one, I feel like our forefather helped them. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I didn't think it was racism back in George Washington time when Bills of Rights got written. I feel like our forefathers helped out the white niggas. I believe it wasn't no racism. I feel like our people, our forefathers showed George Washington and them kindness and how they discovered the land and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the niggas that's on these dollar bills felt some type of way about it and wanted all what they had. I feel like the whole planet was run by niggas. That's what I feel like. I feel like the whole planet was run by niggas.
Yeah, that's why they say, I'm going to interrupt you, but that's what they say Africa was the first, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it was run by a nigga because look, in Italy, it's always, in every culture and every race, it was always a nigga born of that nature in that culture. So it was niggas, it was niggas Italian, it was niggas Spanish, it was nigga, what's it called? You know what I'm saying? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I feel like niggas ran the country and ran it, but there wasn't no politics. And I feel like us niggas was nice and caring and this and that and show love to these white niggas because they came from wherever they came from and they saw how good and nice we was, and then I feel like George Washington or one of those niggas was feeling some type of way and put the plot into somebody's mind and say, hey, these niggas so good to us and so this and this and this, let's screw them over, fuck them over, and take their shit, and people won't know about it but us, and we could say that we founded this shit and this and this and this and this and that. And they probably all agreed, and then they did what they did, murdered and did some shit and took over what was naturally these people shit. And that's why I feel like George Washington said what he said. They should not find out what shall we done and let's take a blood oath on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a part of me feel like is what it really is. 'Cause in the story, I don't remember what Bible or what I thought this research was or who told the story. It was somebody who was real religious, more religious than me. And long story short, niggas, it was niggas and white people. The niggas, they was black. And they was some kind of color or whatever. They didn't like the sun. So those niggas moved to a mountain that was always in the cloud, but they always in the cloud bank and never got sun. So their skin changed over time. So everybody who liked the sun and all that shit, they dealt with it. They dealt with the heat. They did this and this and this and that. Somebody said that the devil came to them. I don't know what form the devil came to them as, but the devil was like, hey, if you want to have power and wealth, etc., listen to me, and I can tell you how to get it done. And that's why they say that's how technology came about. That's how vehicles came about. That's how artists, machinery, oil, all this stuff came about. Because you know how God made Adam and Eve and whatnot, right? It was no cars. It was none of that. It was just nothing but land, a garden, and fruits, and all that shit. I feel like part of us was supposed to live like how Joshua and everybody else did before us, before BC. Cause it wasn't nobody driving in cars and none of that. It was wagons and horses and shit like that. I feel like we were supposed to be living like how Jesus Christ was living, but devil made his way to a certain amount of group, put some evil shit in their head. They're like, oh yeah, we want power, we want this and this and this and that, and did what that nigga said. And then cars started coming and make this, started coming and make, and if you think about it, it adds up. George Wesley said, "Thou should not know that what we done." You know what I'm saying? Why would that nigga write that in his diary?
Yeah.
So there go a big ass conspiracy right there. This nigga took land from us. These niggas took all this shit and credit from us and say they the one that did it, killed our ancestors and our forefathers and took credit for what they done, murdered those niggas, and then said this, and then threw us into slavery and this and this and that.
Yeah.
But then once people started asking questions and started figuring shit out, next thing you know, boom, the Rome niggas, they started arenas where niggas fight lions and chariots and shit. Then moving on up to the future, niggas started creating basketball and all this shit. And when they seen white people suck as basketball players, guess what happened? They started throwing niggas in there, and then they started getting more money. And now niggas stop asking questions, and niggas stop being concerned about such and such, and niggas not figuring out woo the woo woo. And then that's what? Football and all these sports and all this shit happened. Niggas said it on TikTok. You know how Roman was fighting niggas? That's to keep people distracted from asking them questions. To asking the authorities and officials questions about why such and such and this and that. And I believe it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want niggas to play no sport. They didn't want niggas to do nothing. And guess what? When people start asking questions and all this shit, guess what? Now a nigga can play basketball. Now a nigga can play football. Now a nigga can do shit. Now female can vote. And now people can do such shit. Look, nigga, they had a bathroom just for niggas. And guess what? Now look, now a nigga can share a bathroom.
Yeah.
Nigga wasn't able to fight in the war. Look up Red Tail, based on a true story. Nigga wasn't allowed to fight in the white war. And now look, niggas start asking questions, shit's happening, boom, boom, boom. Hey, you know what? You can fight with us. We cool now. You know what I'm saying? These motherfucking white officials, and high power and ruling all this shit, they not even the fucking boss. They not. The president answered to somebody. Not us. He answered to a nigga who pulling the strings. These governors and the governors, police, and all this shit, they all answer to one man that passed the message down. And guess what? I saw YouTube a few years ago when I told you there's one nigga in the world that make money, and he's the richest nigga, and he got enough money for everybody to be rich. Nigga, what are you doing with all that money that you don't want to give back to the people? What are you doing with it? Go ahead. Like, what is you benefiting? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you benefiting from people all that money just for you? What are you going to miss out on? There's enough money in the world for everybody to be rich, and you just want to hold it all to yourself?
Hey, but look, all right, so look, everything you're saying is facts, but I'm going to take your point, but that's why
And life is always good and bad. It's bad. I don't know what the proper word for it. What's the...
Did you get the toast or no? I'll go get it.
You got toast?
Yeah, it's in the... I haven't popped it down yet. I'll get it.
I'll do it. It's always about life. Life is all about. Life is about. That's what life is about. Balance. So, God said, the world is dark. So, I don't feel like, I don't think
Alright, say that again.
Okay, when people go buy a car, what do they always ask?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Say that again.
When people go buy cars, what do they ask?
So when people go buy a car, what do they buy?
What do they ask?
What do they ask when they buy? They go and buy a car.
Okay, look, I'll just say this.
Like what? Like the miles on it, maybe the warranty. They'll ask.
No, not at a dealership. Like if you seen a car that you want, it's your dream car, and somebody's selling it to you. They're like, oh, hey man, I'm selling it for $10,000, and then you're like, oh, that's a good price. What you gonna ask? What's you gonna ask the guy? It's a guy that's selling his own car. It's the car you want, and you're getting it off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Well, what do people ask when they go see the car and test drive the car and all that shit before they test drive it?
I'm gonna ask how many miles is on it, if it's running. I'm gonna want to check the car out under the hood. If I can get it cheaper than what he asking for. Nigga, what answer you got, Fresh?
Yeah, and me personally, I always ask what's wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could have sworn. I don't know if I said what's wrong with it, but
I'm just saying, people ask questions about something that's too good to be true, right?
Facts.
So it's always, the world is always half and half. Like if you think of the planet, half of the planet's light, half of the planet's dark. So it's always a half and half. Nothing is more than other when it comes to physics and science and nature and algorithms or whatever the word is for it. It's always good and it's always bad. No bad outweighs good, no good outweighs bad unless you're just a fucked up individual. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, so hold on, wait, Fresh. Okay, so I'm happy you said that. Everything. So look, first and foremost, it goes back to the Lion King. It does go back to the Lion King. Mufasa said, everything you see together exists in a delicate balance. As king, you must understand this balance and respect all creatures, from the smallest ant to the leaping antelope. That's Mufasa. That was the Lion King. So, shout out to the Lion King, man. Because everything you're saying, Fresh, I honestly believe it too. I honestly believe it's balanced. Everything we see together exists in a delicate balance. So, if that's the case, would the balance of me, what I'm going through here, just be me? Like would I be the good, balancing out all the negativity, all the bad? Would just me, you get what I'm saying? Like, would my good by myself be weighing just as much as the 100 or 30 people targeting me and shit like that? You get what I'm saying?
You know what the situation I see your shit in?
But real quick, but you kind of see what I'm saying, Fresh?
I get what you're saying, but I'm about to give you an answer that's gonna shock your mind.
Okay.
All the shit that you're going good and bad, how you might see it, how I see it is God is testing you to see how strong-minded and how strong you're going to be for when you do step up into your career. Because I'll be watching this religious shit and pastors who more religious than me and shit, and everybody, God not going to give you something that you can't handle. Everybody know that. But if he gonna bless you with your dream job or dream career or dream whatever, don't you think he should test? Don't you think in knowing that he gonna give you tests to test and see if you be able to handle whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, picture what everybody have to go through to get to where they at.
Yeah.
Look at what's his name, Medea nigga. Look at all the shit he encountered. You said it yourself. It's a lot of homeless people that became very successful. And maybe they went through the same thing that you did on some shit. Maybe they was targeted and harassed and bullied and trying to get forced out of their entry, etc., etc. But guess what? They probably did the same shit you doing to keep on going, keep on fighting, and not letting shit stop them. You know what I'm saying? Like, God bless niggas, but you also gotta work for that blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, you know that phrase, I went through hell to get to where I'm at?
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, so like, look at the situation you're in like that. You gotta go through hell before you get to the good shit. Like, look at all the things I battled with my illness to get to where I'm at.
Yeah.
I should have been fucking quit, bro. I should have been fucking quit a long time ago. I told when I had my last surgery, and they told my grandma, don't let him fall asleep, because if he fall asleep, he might not wake up no more. And my grandma came, she like, Timothy, open up your eyes. I like, Grandma, I cannot. I am tired. I just want to go. I can't do it no more. She like, Timothy, no, we need you. Don't close your eyes. Just stay up a little bit longer till the test results come back and all that shit. I did not want to stay up, bro. I was tired as hell. And when my grandma said what she said, I stayed up as long as I can. She started talking to me about random ass shit and all kinds of shit to keep me up. Like, niggas, especially niggas, we gotta work 100 times harder for what shit was taken from us. You know what I'm saying? And look, cause you read the Bible, so look at the stories. Look at all the stories through all the books.
Hey, real quick, fresh. I just got me I just got, you know, those Bibles that be like large and printed.
Why you don't get the app? It reads to you.
Right, but like still, like the app, I don't have to worry about like my phone being hacked, and you know, like I don't have to like I can just, you know, I'd rather have the book and then the highlighter, you know.
Yeah.
I can highlight my important stuff in it.
Yeah. So.
But I did just get a new Bible. It's huge, bro. It's like 16. I think the font is like 16. Nice, really, really big for my eyes. You know, like I don't have to squint and read. I can just kind of like. But yeah, I did. Shout out to my new Bible. Go ahead.
Yeah. Look at all the story. You know the book of Job, and the king, the first king, and the second king. Though I just got done reading the first king. I'm on second Kings now. Those niggas, majority of those niggas did what's good in God's sight, and most of them didn't. Like, but the one that really gonna fix your situation is the book of Job. Look at all the shit that was taken from him. Cause the bet that God and the devil made. Look, you know, I never thought God was a gambling man, but you know, if you know you're gonna win, of course you're gonna bet. So, but so like, it's real shit. Like, if you know you're gonna win, hell yeah, you gonna bet. Like shit. But when they made that bet, look what all the shit that was taken.
Yeah.
And Job did not curse God one bit.
Right.
Not one cursed his name. So like, you gotta just think of your situation like Jesus and Job. No matter what these niggas throw at me, I'm going to keep on fighting what the fuck I want, cause I know I deserve to be here. You gotta keep that attitude. Jesus know, I don't know if you know or not, but Jesus had to keep on going to deliver that message to God, people, and to those people. Like, hey, what y'all doing is pilgrim No, pagan. Yeah, it's pagan. The things you doing is pagan. Okay, we weren't supposed to have no fucking Christmas. We wasn't supposed to have no fucking Easter. We wasn't supposed to have no fucking Valentine. We ain't supposed to have no St. Patrick's Day and none of that shit. That's all pagan. You know? And then, years ago, before the world started getting bad to where it is now, I saw a video. I don't know what happened to that girl. I don't know if she's alive or dead. But she said to her friend, we wasn't supposed to have these holidays. These holidays wasn't supposed to exist. She was going back and forth with her friend. I will never forget this video. She was going back and forth like, oh, it's crazy how you remember good-ass messages that God gave you. But it's crazy. It strikes me to this day. She was going back and forth to her friend. She's like, why do you think holidays exist? And I think it was her sister or friend. And she like, I don't know. I don't know why it exists. And et cetera, et cetera. She like, do you know that stuff is pagan? And she like, what is pagan? Like, what do you mean? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think you just talking out your ass or whatever. And the sister's like, no. These people gonna put us into camps and all this shit and whatnot and all this shit. So I was like, what? And this the time I didn't know nothing about this stuff. So I was like, what do you mean they gonna put us into camp, bitch? This not no fucking Germany and no fucking Germans and shit. And so she's like, they want us to celebrate these pagan holidays because one of these days, on these holidays, we gonna be full and stuff and we're not gonna be able to fight back. I like, what the fuck does this mean? What the hell does this mean? This bitch means that we ain't gonna fight back. What the fuck? Like, hell no, I'm fighting back. And you know, and you think about it, when you full and stuff and all that shit, nigga, you do get tired. You do get tired. You ain't gonna wanna fight shit. So I started listening to her more. She like, they gonna break into your home and they gonna do this and do that. I was like, what? So I was like, no, let me do my research. So I went on Google and shit, and in certain part of the states, some states and other states, I know, and they have camps, and they got all these containers, like coffins. They like coffins. It's like hundreds of thousands of them, and they like coffins. And so I was reading it, and it didn't say what it was for, but it was big enough to where you could put a body in, and you wasn't allowed to go to that property. So I was like, let me do some more research. So I found an interview of the guy who sold that stuff. He sold it to the government, to some government people. I don't know if it's the FBI, I don't know if it's the CIA, I don't know who the fuck it was. But he said a government official, they didn't leave no names, they was in black SUVs, and they wanted to purchase all the shit that I had, and I sold it to them. There was no question asked or none of that shit. So I was like, that's kind of odd. Like, why you won't say what government official you are and roll up on this nigga in black SUVs and shit. So I thought that was strange. So then somebody said something about they trying to kill 500 or 5 million of the population. So I was like, that's bullshit. Why? Who the hell would make that kind of rule? So I googled that shit and I did some research, and I forgot what state it was in. I don't know if it was in Mississippi or Oklahoma. I don't know what it was in, but it's a stone. It's 4 stones shaped in a diamond, in a diamond-shaped area. And on the stone, it got, it has like little, you know how the commandments that God had? It had commandments on them. And it said how they want to get rid of some of the population because they feel like the world is overpopulated. So they want to kill a certain thing. So then I was like, whatever. And then I did more research. I found out about how these disasters that we be having is man-made. All these disasters that we having is man-made. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, these niggas made these tornadoes and hurricanes and all this shit. And, you know, I was like, man, that shit is crazy. And then I don't believe in that man-made shit. And then guess what? Boom. A couple of months later, it was a big ass tsunami type earthquake in the ocean. It killed most of the sea life in there. And then next you know, a mermaid washed ashore. A dead mermaid washed ashore with the whales and shit and fishes. And it was crazy. Then the Bible said the ocean would turn into lava, a lava pit or whatever. Then, you know, like 2-3 years ago, it was a lava pit in the ocean that they were trying to put out because of some oil leak or some shit.
Yeah.
And people was like, what the fuck is the Navy's fighting out there? What are they fighting? What are they shooting at to cause the ocean to have fire and shit? You know, and then they told the people that it was an oil leak or whatever. Like, bruh, I like, damn, the ocean, the water would turn into a lava pit. Then the ocean, not the ocean, but the lake of Euphrates dried up in Egypt or whatever. And that's the same shit it said in the Bible. I like, oh shit, everything coming to light. Everything that this Bible said is coming. The lava pit happened. The Raven Euphrates just dried up. That shit just dried up, what, this year, beginning of this year, towards the end of last year, just dried up. And then found out that's where the angels and the demons going to be having a battle at. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, when I found out that shit, I like, what the fuck?
Real?
Yeah.
For real?
That's what this religious person said. They said the reason why the ocean, not the ocean, but the reason why the river of Euphrates dried up is because that's where the battle going to take place. Now, I don't know if it's going to true. I don't know if we're going to be here to see it. I don't know what the fuck going to happen. I don't.
Hey, so I have a funny mermaid joke. I believe in mermaids. Like, I believe in them. But it's a joke. It's a joke why I believe in them. But it has a little truth to it. I don't know if I should say this joke. I'll tell you the joke when in person. There's a few things I gotta talk to you in person about. But it's just a joke, though. But I believe in mermaids.
I think that's not the worst that we have to worry about.
But I only believe in mermaids because I'm joking. Like, I mean, I don't know, nigga. I'm gonna have to tell you the joke one day, but that's crazy. I didn't know that. No, I do believe a lot of the disasters that be happening are like man-made. I believe a lot of them. Excuse me. But like the ones that come from the ocean, though, because the ocean is so freaking huge. You know, like we haven't discovered like 15% of it yet. Like the ocean is so huge. So things that probably come from the ocean, I don't think they're probably man-made. But other than that, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe two. Because you could probably put something in the ocean to make something like erupt or something, you know?
Experiment, but I don't know if mermaids came from any scientists or anything like that.
I was gonna tell you that. This is the joke. It's funny to me, nigga. I believe in mermaids because I done let off a few rounds in the toilet. Nigga, I know I got some kids in the ocean. See, I was bullshitting, but it's nigga. That's why I believe, hey, I didn't let off a few rounds in the motherfucking toilet, nigga. I know I got some Aquamans in the sea, nigga. That's my boy. That's my boy. Oh, yeah, I believe in mermaids. Put off a few rounds in the toilet, nigga. That's my boy. Nigga, that's Aquaman ass, nigga. Somebody ass, nigga. That's my boy. I'm just playing, man.
I think they even have a conspiracy about the Aquaman movie. But it's so much There's so much shit that I be seeing in videos and shit about all this shit. I be like, damn, they saying basically Aquaman is hell because the devil been cast down there, and they showing how this shit gonna start. Yeah, man. I just hope I'm not here to see it. That's why everybody that died, I'll be like, I'm happy that y'all moved on. I can't see me carrying my mama out of this war in battle. I'm gonna say fuck everything else. I'm saving my mama. I don't give a shit.
No, for real.
Yeah, Olivia and Elijah and my mama, I have to choose. Nigga, I'm choosing my mama.
That's all day.
Right.
She brought you in this world. That's all day.
Cause some girl asked me, I don't know who it was, but somebody asked, they like, if you could save one person out of you and your wife or your girlfriend, whatever she is to you, who you gonna save? I like my mama. And this girl got the balls to look at me sideways. Bitch, I can always replace you. I can't replace my mama. Like, what the fuck? It's always
it's always something wrong.
Right. I'm saying my mama regardless. Out of my grandma and my mama, I'm saying my mama.
She was like, you don't love me? I love my mom more.
Yeah. If you can bring me into this world, let me know. But till then, this woman brought me into this world. Broke her back for me. Stood up in the hospital while I was dying. Fighting for my life. Make a way for me when she didn't have shit. Oh, you think I'm gonna pick you up for her? I believe you crazy. I'm leaving you, Bob, bitch. But I'm dead ass. I LB, he tell you, I ain't gonna fuck about my bitch. I
wouldn't care, because that's your mama. She did everything.
Oh, shit. You see, ask LB, you see, ask them all the faces those bitches made. Valentine's Day, my mama got whatever she wanted. These bitches like, what is my gift? Bitch, the store? What the fuck? That shit was crazy as hell. I didn't give a shit.
I done made me a few Aquaman. But even that was just a joke. But no, for real, dang, yes, like man, she gonna look at you like you said something.
I was laughing. Hey, you see that shit? Just look at me like that. like I'm fucking too first. Like, you should wake up tomorrow. What the fuck? You gotta be fucking kidding. You gonna put your ass. Crazy as hell.
To your knees. You're easier to stop than an unpredictable.
I just seen the squirrel. He don't want to move because I'm over here now. Why you don't want to move? I want to take a picture of him. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I wonder. Did I ever show you the picture? Those two pictures of the Falcon that was over here at ECR that I took pictures of. I didn't show you. I hope I still got him in my phone. I need to check my phone, but yeah, man, it was this Falcon that was over here a few quarters ago. And it was over here by Olmsted Hall. That's where I'm at right now. And it was just chill over here. And the first day I seen it, I took pictures of it. The second day I seen it, like days went by. And I took pictures of it again. And like, bro, the Falcon let me take a picture next to it, you know? Like, it was that, like, I was that fucking close. I'm gonna have to show you the picture. They in my phone. I saved them all. One of them I didn't save. Oh boy, deleted the one. Nigga, I was in the grass. My butt was on the, on the grass. And, like, you know, like, you kind of put your, like, my knees were bent.
Yeah.
But, man, my butt was on the grass. But the Falcon was literally right in front of me. Literally fresh, and people like students are stopping because how close I am to the Falcon. but the falcon's not even flying away or nothing. So I have the homie take a picture. He was the homie, but I had somebody take a picture for me. And then I'm like, hey, how do you save it? This motherfucker deleted the picture. I'm like, damn. But I got the other picture I took with the falcon. I still got doubt. But every time I come over here, I always look around to see if I see that falcon again. But nigga, third time's the charm, nigga. If I see that falcon, I'm gonna take it. That's a big one. It was a big ass fucking falcon, nigga. Like, this shit was huge. It was huge. It was like a girl. It was like a girl. I couldn't tell. I haven't seen it since.
You've made a great
But nah, man. But yeah, I'm so happy you said balance. Like, everything has balance, because I really believe that too, and that's why I always went to that. Like, because I have in a freestyle, fresh, I say, in a freestyle I did, I was like, I say, on this side, there are codes we apply to. Lion Kings and Bibles taught us unreliables from side views and how to move around these rooms. I say shit like that, you know? I always kept that, because to me that's real shit. I was like, on this side, there are codes we apply to. Lion Kings and Bibles taught us unreliables from side views and how to move in surrounded rooms. You know, I started going off, but going back to what you said with the balance, that's exactly what the boss said. The boss said, everything you see together exists, delicate balance. And kings, let's understand that balance. Respect all creatures, and so yesterday I was listening to some music. I was listening to T.I. You know, I was either listening to T.I. or Jeezy. I'm like, you know what? It's 2023 KOs. KOs is kings only. So I'm like, it's 2023 KOs. 2023 KOs, bruh. Kings only. Like, I'm only rocking the king, bruh. Like, I'm not rocking, like, that's it, you know? I listen to music, I'm like, yo, like, that shit is mad. I really like that, so, yeah, this year I'm only KOing. It's just kings only. Like, I'm only rocking with people I feel are kings, you know? I'm not saying I'm rocking with, but those are the ones I feel like I'm gonna learn, you know? Like, I don't know. I really liked that last night. I was yesterday. Yeah, bro. It is. Yeah. But yeah, man.
You won't stop me.
I'm hoping. Stumbling block.
Agile thing, aren't you?
Yeah, so he. Yeah, so he wants us to talk about your favorite celebration, what activities you did in the celebration. Christmas can be your favorite. You open presents, spend time with your family, etc., and other details might be where you celebrate. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I can do that. Stumble and block. That's basically what, because I have that in my phone. I have words stumble and block and the definition of it in my phone. And so that's what people be doing around me, fresh. Like, they try to put stumbling blocks and tempt me. Everything that's in my phone or in my email, they just try to attack me. But so I'm glad to have this conversation with you today. That shit, like, just clarifies a lot, you know? It can clarify that. And I'm definitely gonna go read Joe. Gonna do that. Oh yeah, and again, I got my new Bible, so I'm actually starting from Genesis. But I read the New Testament the most recent. Read the New Testament most recent, so I can't wait to read the Old Testament. So much happened in the Old Testament. It just seemed it was so crazy in the Old Testament, right? Didn't it seem there was like a lot of shit going, like giants and motherfuckers living forever, and you get Cain and Abel in the First Testament. It just seems like you get Cain and Abel in the First Testament. You get nigga, there's a lot thrown at you in that First Testament, bro. There's a lot thrown at you. Like I can't wait to read it. I haven't sat down and read the First Testament in a long time.
Yeah.
I remember. I think in Genesis it was like it's just. Does it mention? You know how I guess like they tried to get to heaven. So I don't know if like they did like a ladder.
Yeah.
Like, they tried to. It doesn't mention that they tried to make it like get to heaven. So it was like this long ladder, and God was like, "Nah, I ain't having that." So He made everybody like speak different, and I always thought that was what made people like foreign. Like that was what made everybody foreign to each other. Because once when everybody got down, they was like blah 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 blah. Nigga, Carrie, what you just say, nigga? What the hell you just say? You feel me? Like when everybody got down, not everybody, but you was probably hearing like different languages and different, you know. And somebody was probably like. Somebody said it in, I mean, to us it would have been English, like, hey, are we gonna rebuild it? And somebody was like, what? Like, you know, or it said something, you know, like, so I look at it like that too. Like, maybe that's I don't know. That's what I always thought. But you would mention that in the Bible? Like, how they tried to get up there? Oh, okay, cool. That way I can kind of have a little more sense, because I kind of just not guessed it, but I kind of just like, he kind of made everybody foreign after that. And then from there, it just kind of branched off to, all right, this is that language, that, you know? That should tell you, but I mean, but here's the thing. Oh, never mind. Sometimes I just kind of thought of it myself. Alright, so never mind that. I'll keep on.
Rest easy, my large friend.
Man, you know what's crazy, Fresh? There's like, so when I do my homework here, I really don't feel comfortable. And then so we have like a disability like center for all students for like special needs. And so even in our special needs center, there's no place where we can like go there and like just do our homework, and you don't have to be bothered by nobody else. Maybe it's like someone else who maybe special needs is in there, but like you don't have to be bothered. You don't have to worry about noise. You ain't gotta. You can like be on this campus. And I think about that a lot. Like, damn, bro. Like, where can I go where I feel like I won't be bothered? Where can I go where I won't, you know, where I can just fucking do my homework and not have to worry about somebody looking at me. I don't have to worry about how close I'm looking at the laptop, and it's like I don't have to worry about being embarrassed. You know, like we don't have a place on campus like that. Kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Yeah, bro, that was really supposed to make me mad today. And I think the reason I didn't get mad was because I knew it was supposed to make me mad. Like, Fresh, that's just Fresh. Bro, I walk around with the same pick for the past 2-3 weeks. You know, to break that pick right there by my car, come on, that's racist. Like, flat out, nigga. You can go use any other car. You can use any home and break. Nigga, you broke the one that had the black fist on it. You broke the one that had the black fist on it. You could have broke any other fucking home. Like, yeah, to me, that's like putting a half-aged watermelon right there next to my car. That's like throwing a fucking cotton ball at me. What's the difference?
I'm just warming up.
And plus, for it to be right next to my car, you know them niggas is targeting me. For it to be right next to my car, the same pick I have, for it to be right next to my car broke, oh yeah, not only is it racist, it proves that I am being targeted. Because it's right next to my car, you know? So I just think it was something that's supposed to make me mad, but it's like, it just means I was telling the truth the whole time. And they're